Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome today.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Like dick piercing?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
I'll just kill some random dude.
His wish is a blowjob.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail, all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
Figure out how much lunch meat you can spare. Maybe bring over 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds of Black Forest ham, maybe a Dijon mustard spread.
On the other side of the table, Dr. Syintist.
You went from a professional relationship to a blowfessional fellationship.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, don't worry about it. They always hire bums like me for jobs like this. Welcome to Plotty Time. And as usual, we don't have anything for the crevice.
Boom.
Nice.
Nailed it again.
100%.
100%ed it. I mean, we made several mistakes, but we easily and quickly corrected them within the discussion.
Getting better at this, man.
Yeah, now that we're aware of the crevice, we're just not. We start talking about it and being like, "Wait, was it? Was it? No, it was this." Okay,
We were always aware of the crevice.
you gotta be. It's a slippery slope, that crevice. But we'll move on to what we do every week with Dr. Syintist. What have you been playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Well, I finished up Time Spinner. It's a good game. Recommend
That's what
it.
you were talking about last week, right?
Yeah, and recommend it to anybody who likes platformers. Good game. Not great, but good.
What are the total hours? Maybe like 8?
15-ish.
15.
20.
Right.
I completely finished up Supernatural. Finally saw the last episode of the last season.
Oh, shit.
Did you cry? Be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
He cried for a different reason, but
Yeah, it was a coincidence. It just happened when that episode ended. But
And I watched the new episode of WandaVision, of course. It was good.
Yep.
And
That's what people are saying.
is it done now, or do they still have one more?
One more.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you have to see it there. It was kind of like the, what are they called? Clip shows. Like
It's
the
a
clip
clip?
episode.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. And I started watching a series of Poppascotch's recommendation called Truth Seekers.
Oh, you watched that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. It's really dumb.
It's
but,
pretty dumb.
I mean,
It's fun, though.
yeah.
The news just came out that it's not getting a second season. It's done.
Oh, I wanted to see where it was going.
Yeah, me too. They had a good spot there. They got a good cliffhanger going.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that's it then.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Maybe they'll make a movie.
They're doing it for Ray Donovan.
I
Roy
heard.
Donovan? Ray Donovan?
Ray Donovan.
I've never seen an episode of that show.
Neither have I.
You guys are missing out. It's pretty good.
I doubt it.
Is it?
Well, you're wrong because it's pretty good.
And I watched one of the best comedies from our generation. I don't know, you appreciate Zoolander.
Not as much as others. I know there's people out there who really love it, and I'm not one of them. I thought it was too dumb.
Well, I think that's the point.
Yeah, that is definitely the point. Absolutely.
I don't know.
Is there anything better than the gas fight?
I was just gonna say that's my least
that's
favorite
what
part
I
of the
heard.
entire movie. My least favorite part where they're just like spraying each other like you think it's a hose of liquid or like a hose of water and it's the fucking gas, like the gas pump.
That's pretty good. I'll give you that.
Oh, it's so dumb.
And after that, I thought I'd brighten it up, and I watched the new Flatliners.
I forgot that existed.
It's a new movie.
It's an old movie that's redone.
Yeah. Well, new.
Well, it depends on how you want to go there, I guess.
Like-
but
How new? Like a couple years already?
yeah,
All right.
the original was better.
And the original wasn't even that good.
No,
Kiefer Sutherland? I mean, come on. Pete Keefs?
peak Keefs.
I think I'll just make a day of it and I'll watch that new Flatliners and then the new Point Break. And then what was another
Don't
shitty
watch
new
the new
remake?
Point Break. Trust me.
I know I don't want to, but I don't,
Don't watch the new Flatliners either.
I don't want to either. That's what I'm saying. What's another third shitty ass remake of a old movie that was pretty
Godzilla.
decent? That wasn't really a remake.
No.
It wasn't that shitty.
Unless you're talking about the Broderick Godzilla, we could throw.
Oh,
that.
I was.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome. They go in the Madison Square Garden where all the eggs are. Okay, you guys don't remember it? Cool, we'll move
No,
on.
I don't.
not at all.
Don't remember anything.
I'm done. You can go now, Poppascotch.
That I just killed it. I
Yeah.
just killed any momentum you had talking about your week. Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
All right.
Okay, my turn. Cool. Leading into what you did, I finished. Well, I didn't finish. I have one more episode left of season 9 of Supernatural.
Oh, you're catching up. You're almost like
Over halfway.
3/5 of the way done.
Gee, I'm gonna finish it. I'm going to finish this series, but I am fucking white knuckling through it. I'm so bored with the angel stuff. I'm so bored with it. I'm hoping that it ends and we go back to creepy crawlies or something else, because right now, and I don't know, spoiler for a season of television that's 7 years old.
No spoilers for that.
Okay, then I just got to the point where Abaddon gets killed. And Dean has the knife that he likes a little too much.
Yeah.
And the first blade, they call it. But I just got there, and I'm like, fucking finally. Let Crowley be in charge of hell. Let somebody who I don't care about be in charge of heaven. Send the angels back. Let's get back to our roots here, guys. I'm done with the angel stuff. I'm done with it. I'm done.
Oh, I'm trying to think of who the next antagonist is.
It's probably another fucking angel. Probably.
I don't think it is, but I don't remember exactly.
Because I was talking to my girlfriend, and she said that, yeah, eventually we move on from this. But she couldn't place of when it happened.
Yeah, the angel part's definitely the weakest part.
It's just the same shit over and over. And then there's like the same backstabbing. I do like how you did mention that, and you brought it up last time, the angels are assholes. Mm-hmm. They're like soldiers who aren't led by a civilian that are like, well, we're all soldiers. Someone's got to be in charge. Who's in charge? I'm in charge. Fuck you. No, you're not. Murder. Like that's the angels. But anyway.
I was looking at season 10, and there's definitely one great episode, episode 5, called Fan Fiction.
Is it another fun episode?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely warming up to the fun episodes.
You gotta look forward to something after you get bored with the series.
No, Jesus. All right. But I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to try to get some season 10 damage in by next week.
Nice.
All right, good.
But also watched a couple movies. I watched we did a theme of British horror movies.
Oh yeah?
And started with Shaun of the Dead, obviously.
All right.
I thought you said horror.
Yeah, it's not horror.
I know it's more horror comedy, zombie or something. But we you start with what you know.
Okay,
then we watched 2 movies I had never seen, which suspiciously had the same premise but were 100 years apart. That they took place 100 years apart.
I was gonna
I was gonna say, yeah.
Wow.
We were getting into movies from the 20s. It was nuts. It got
Were
crazy.
they house invasion movies?
No, they were both movies about people who made themselves careers out of debunking like bullshit psychics.
There's movies about that?
There are 2 that we randomly found. The first one was called Ghost Stories.
Are these true stories or are they made up stories?
They're all completely made up. But the first one is Ghost Stories, and it's about a guy who did exactly that. This is the present day one. And he basically goes to this old guy who, from the 70s, used to do the exact same thing, and it was kind of like his hero, like the guy he looked up to, who had disappeared and was dead. And one day out of the blue, he called him. He shows up, and he's like, I got these 3 cases. I'm the skeptic. I can't explain these. Just tell me I'm wrong. Like, this seems some crazy shit. So he goes off to investigate these 3 cases. And I really liked it up until the ending. I thought the ending was pretty fucking weak.
All right. Won't watch it then.
There's some good moments in it, and Martin Freeman's in it. If you're a Martin Freeman fan, he's good.
We'll
And
see.
the other one, which was actually much better, was called The Awakening
Okay.
from 2011. And this took place in like 1921. And it was about a woman who did the exact same thing, debunked a bunch of fucking psychics. And she got asked to go investigate this orphanage because there was supposedly the soul of this dead kid running around, and he would show up in like all of the like student yearly pictures.
All right, yeah.
Like he'd show up in
Classic.
every single one for like 8 years.
What a prank.
Yeah, right? So she went to investigate, and guess what? She got more than she bargained for.
Oh,
I think I saw
shit.
that one.
Yeah, probably.
It was pretty good. It had McNulty in it, which was pretty neat.
Did you ever see An Honest Liar?
No, but it sounds very familiar.
It's a documentary about the amazing Randy.
Was it good? You recommend?
Yes, I recommend it.
The Honest Liar. I'll have to write that down. But other than that, not much watched. That was a lot I watched. But I've been playing Cyberpunk, and I am I'm so bored. I'm so bored at this. But I decided I'm going for the platinum, so I'm doing it. So I'm doing all the like mini missions and side missions and stuff. And then when I finish those, I can actually do the 4 story ending missions. So at least that'll be somewhat entertaining because I'll see the different endings.
Maybe.
Hopefully, for Christ, let me have some optimism.
It's just like little fucking sections at the ending.
Dude, that Fallout 4 ending was so disappointment. It was like, well, I don't know how this is going to shake out. Well, 3/4 of the way, you got to pick who's going to die. Mm-hmm. Like which faction. Then the rest of the game is screwing them over, and at the end, they get blown up. And then that's it. That's the 3 different endings I think Fallout 4 had.
Oh, yeah, good stuff.
So if this is like that, I'm going to be so bummed out. But I'm doing it. I'm committed to it. I'm hoping to get it done in the next 2 weeks.
Ooh, can't wait to hear about it.
I have a lot to say about this game. and how broken it is and how the crafting system's a sham.
Is it one of those broken crafting systems where you can buy things and craft stuff and sell them for more than you bought the parts for?
Mostly.
Doing that?
Yeah. Well, conceptually, yeah, it's the same thing. You have you have all kinds of different kind of components. You build the lowest tier version, and as you keep building them, they'll automatically just change to the better tiers as you build them. So you can build like 20 of them, and then you can break down the top ranked ones for the best components, but you only use the bottom ranked components to make them. And all of a sudden, within like 20 minutes, you now have 3 times of all components you had. And I'm like, why am I doing this step? And then if you try to buy the elements, the components for crafting, they're wildly overpriced in a game where money's pretty tight anyway. So it's like, it's saying basically, if you want to do some cool stuff with crafting here, you're just gonna have to cheat. Like, you're gonna have to cheat, exploit it. Otherwise, it's not possible.
That's why it's there.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done talking about Cyberpunk for now. I'm planning on doing some minisodes about it, but I'll save all my hate for those.
Way to
Trust me, they'll be
on this podcast.
If you're one of those people like Dr. Syintist who likes to see me be angry about something, you're gonna want to listen to these Cyberpunk minisodes. Let me tell you what.
Oh
wow. But that's it for me. How about you there, Sir Chump Slap? Playing, watching, doing. What's going on with you, buddy?
Fucking A. What am I doing?
Nothing.
No. Isn't that the question?
No.
Playing this little indie game called
Doots?
Call of Duty, Black Ops.
Never heard of it. Is it new? It's new, right?
It's pretty new. It's a couple months old now.
What's the development studio?
I couldn't tell you.
Some little outfit?
One of the small ones.
Probably something you never heard of.
Yeah. You wouldn't even... Why even bother telling you about it, you know?
So how's season 2 going?
It's going. I mean, I get to unlock another melee weapon and max that, because that's my thing.
Oh, I saw Fortnite has Ellen Ripley and the alien now from Aliens.
The alien from Aliens or the alien from Alien?
Alien from Alien.
Alien from Alien.
Just the one alien from Alien?
Yeah.
Or a whole bunch of aliens like in Aliens?
There's only one. It's probably
yes.
You dress up like it.
One xenomorph.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so I've been doing that, you know, playing some dudes, having a hell of a time.
How's the story?
It's pretty good.
I was really thrown for a loop when you got 3/4 through and they're like, whoa, vampires are here now. I did not see that coming.
Spoiler.
Oh, I ruined it. Sorry.
There's zombies everywhere now. Apparently they're on Warzone. And there's
How do you feel about that?
Whole new zombie mode you can play.
Help me clear this up. Oh, we got to get in on that at some point.
Yeah, seems interesting.
Is Warzone its own standalone game now? What's the deal with that?
Yeah, actually, it's run from the Modern Warfare engine, the other one that just came out not last year, the remake.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So if you download it, it's another 90 gigs. You got
Does it even fit on your PlayStation 5 yet?
Barely. But
that's I just saw an article that came out that said if you have Modern Warfare and the new one,
yeah, Cold War.
Cold War. If you have both of those installed, that soon it's not going to be enough to just have the base 500 gig PlayStation 4.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's fucking ridiculous.
That's insane. There should be laws against that.
Yeah, that's just not right. They should send you a fucking hard drive when they give you the game then.
Soon you will be buying it.
It's like you need all that space because the files you're downloading, you have to download the entire package. And if the entire package is 10 gigs, you need 20 gigs because you need to download it and then basically unpack it into its own separate file structure and then do it. So it's, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing over there.
I don't either. It's kind of silly, but...
And they seem like they don't care. They're just going to keep doing it.
Yeah, it's just going to get bigger and bigger.
Great.
It's probably be the last one I buy until November at least.
Yeah, at least. I'm definitely not buying another Call of Duty game before November.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, you're a man of principle, Chump Slap.
Hot
I get
take.
it. Hot take.
So I watched some more Broad City. Still going.
Such a great show.
It's good. I didn't realize it went to like 2019.
That was so long ago.
It feels like it was 15 years ago.
So weird. But I watched a couple movies too. You guys want to hear about these?
Do I?
I watched Monster Hunter with Mila Jovovich.
The new one?
Yeah.
Please tell me it's okay.
It's okay. I mean,
All
I
right.
guess it's loosely based on the video game. Or at least
Yeah,
the
I'd
world.
imagine it's a movie that people who like the video game will hate.
Yeah, it's like based on the world of the video game. Because I don't think there's a dimensional portal in the game that brings people from this world into their world.
Funny coincidence, Mia Jovovich is in Zoolander.
That is such a coincidence.
The only thing I know about Monster Hunter is that people enjoyed it, and well, I guess the only two things I know: people enjoyed it, and someone made the food platter that you order in that game.
Okay.
Wow, no, somebody made it? Holy
There was
shit.
like this fancy, elaborate food platter you could order in Monster Hunter, and someone made it in real life.
Yeah, I know nothing about the game except for its big monsters that take over
And you hunt them?
half an hour to fight. And if you fuck up, you have to start over.
Yeah, no thanks, guys. I don't have enough. As I dump 100+ hours in this cyberpunk bullshit.
Yeah, a game that you find boring.
Yeah, but not
I'm
for
so done
one
with.
boss battle.
That's true.
If it took half an hour, I'd be fucking annoyed. But
Trust me, there have been several times in Cyberpunk where I forgot to save and I just lost a half an hour of gameplay, and I was furious. I don't want that mechanic built into the game.
It's no difference than like a Souls game where you fight the same boss for half an hour before you can even regulate.
yeah, but it's not half an hour for one kill. Like, I mean, technically, but if it took a whole half hour to take his life down, you'd be infuriated.
Just get good.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't play the game. This is just what I heard.
Okay.
But the movie's all right. I mean, if you're into like a fantasy fucking weird monster,
Or into Mia Jovovich.
yeah, she's all right. But yeah, give it a go.
All right.
I give it a thumbs up. I also watched Promising Young Woman. You see this one? You hear about this one?
I've heard about it. I don't know anything about it.
It's
Thoughts?
pretty decent. It's this woman who drops out of fucking law school or med school or something because her friend was raped and no one believed her, blah, blah, blah. And then her friend went crazy, killed herself. So she goes
Jesus.
around acting like she's blackout drunk at bars and scumbag guys who try to take her home. She just fucks with them.
Wait, is this a horror film or a thriller? What are we talking about here?
Kinda horror-y, but she doesn't kill these guys. She just they makes you think like she's gonna kill him, and then she's like, "Ha, I'm sober. Fuck you. Stop being a scumbag." And fucks with the people. And it comes down to like, she tries to get revenge on the guy who raped her friend, and shit goes crazy. Blah blah blah. It's okay. Give it a go.
All right.
Not gonna. I guess I don't know. People like it.
Sure.
So believe them.
Okay. Thanks for the recommendation from other people through Chump Slap.
I also watched Tenet.
Damn it. Any good? Tell me I want it to be good.
It's good.
Okay.
It's like a weird twist on time travel, kind of.
Okay.
It's very strange. There's
Like Chump Slap strange?
kind of. It's done too well to be Slapper, but
Sure.
It's over 80 minutes.
yeah, it's definitely over 80 minutes too. But it's good. They find that there's a machine that can reverse things. I don't know how to say it, but like he shoots a gun and there's no bullets in it, but the bullet comes back into the gun when he shoots it. Like it reversed the way the bullet works. It's fucking strange, but
Okay.
and then it goes into this whole thing where they're trying to stop the world from ending because of it. You know how it is.
Sure, of course.
But it's definitely worth a watch if you're into time travel or if you're into anything strange like that.
I just always forget it exists when it's time to like sit down and watch a movie.
Yeah. I'm usually like, 2 hours and 12 minutes. Get the fuck out of here. But
Who has that? So I got to nap 3 times during this movie?
yeah,
Ridiculous.
I didn't even fall asleep once. It was actually that good.
Wow. Okay. So wait, what am I supposed to watch now? Tenet. I'm supposed to watch Point Break and Flatliners. Got it. Okay.
All right.
And An Honest Liar.
Yep. Honest Liar.
Oh, yep. Okay.
And I watched, I guess this will be this. I don't know.
This is the I don't know, maybe it's a slapper of the week.
Yeah. That's what we'll call it. Slap.
I guess.
American Mummy.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna guess it's about a close-up magician who puts a curse on a single mother of 6, and then she dies at a car accident and comes back and takes revenge.
That would make more sense.
It's some explorers, archaeologists we'll call them, go into a Native American burial site and accidentally raise something like the movie The Mummy.
It's close. It's a college archaeological dig that finds an Aztec god buried in America.
We should have known either archaeological dig or
Yeah.
Aztec god.
But
Aztec god, yeah, I don't know why. American, I was thinking,
Oh, well, I guess the original working title was Aztec Blood. I should have told you that. But,
no, that would give it away.
Too easy.
but one of the students has a old book that tells her how to raise the god from the dead. So she does this blood ritual, and then people become zombies, and there's never a fucking mummy in it at all.
Wait,
Yep.
what?
You heard me.
What do you mean there's no there's no mummies? Or is there even somebody raised from the dead?
You never see it walking around or nothing. But
Weak sauce.
people move it. I don't know. It's horrible. Don't waste your time, but
But it's the slapper of the
it's
week?
sure a slapper. If you want to watch something that's good, watch Tim and Eric Bedtime Stories episode number 1. Because it's fucking awesome. And it's only 12 minutes long.
If you want to find something in between Tennant and
Yeah.
Tim and Eric, check out American Mummy, the slapper of the
There
week.
you go.
Ooh, I fucking barely threw up that. Anyway, let's go ahead and move into video game news / stuff. So, okay. So Sony had their state of
play.
We done?
Yes.
Okay, Sony had their state of play this week. A lot of reveals, a lot of stuff coming out. I'm not going to go over everything, but they announced games and gave a little bit more information on stuff like Solar Ash, Sifu, Oddworld, Soulstorm, and the big announcements, they said Returnal is going to come out April 30th. It is a third-person roguelike game.
Mm-hmm.
They did a little bit of gameplay, and honestly, it just looked like the gameplay of Mass Effects and dungeons like Demon's Souls. I could be wrong about that, but that's what it looked like in the gameplay.
I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I haven't played a good roguelike in a long time.
Well, Dr. Scientist, why don't you explain to the people there, because I obviously know what a roguelike game is.
Obviously.
Obviously. I wouldn't be on a video game podcast. So how about you explain to the people what a roguelike game is?
Why don't you start me off, Poppascotch, so you can express your knowledge of this subject?
A roguelike is a game where you play as a character.
Now take over.
And then you go through certain events. Then take it from there, Dr. Syintist.
Roguelike or roguelite?
Roguelike. L-I-K as in...
I don't know. It's procedurally generated dungeons. Permadeath. Usually. Mm-hmm. I mean, if it's a roguelite, which probably is, you can save some of the stuff between you and you die. Maybe experiencer.
So is it sci-fi Demon Souls with guns?
It doesn't matter what it is.
Okay.
Probably.
It's from anywhere between like Spelunky or the game Rogue.
Rogue Legacy.
Yeah. Could be any setting, any kind of.
Just means it's different every time you play it.
Yeah. And when you die, you have to start all over.
Yeah.
I want it to be good. I want to get excited about a game coming out, but I think I just got to wait till it comes out and check out some reviews.
Yeah. If Cyberpunk taught you anything, is don't pre-order it.
I didn't pre-order Cyberpunk. I bought it when it was down to $30 on Amazon.
Nice.
Less than a month after release. That game's a shit show. The last piece of news I have, also, is this the last piece of news I have? No, I have a couple more. From the State of Play, the Final Fantasy VII Remake is getting a PlayStation 5 update called Intergrade.
Mm-hmm.
It features some new content, including the first playable appearance of Yuffie in these games.
Ooh.
In these games, it's still the first game.
I heard it's going to be free.
It is for March.
Yeah.
It's free right now.
It's free on March. Don't forget to download it or at least put it in your library, guys.
Yep, if it says if you already have the remake on PlayStation 4, you can get it for free, and it even includes a save data transfer system. So you'll be able to hop back in and just play from there. It lands on, it says here June 10th?
Yeah, it's still only the first part of Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gotcha. Which is kind of,
It's still dumb.
Dumb as hell.
Other big news. I don't know if this came from the State of Play or I just saw it was like posted on Instagram from the PlayStation account. PlayStation has announced that there will be a VR version for PlayStation 5.
Oh, it's about time. I was just looking for news about that.
It was the first time they officially announced it and explained. Thank you for your enthusiasm, Chump Slap.
I was seriously, though.
The only thing we know about it right now is it's not going to be wireless. There's going to be a single cord connecting it.
Ooh, I hope it's
and they tried to sell it like that was hey, instead of having a whole other processing unit and a bunch of bullshit, you only got one cord this time. Isn't that great? So that's what they tried to sell it.
I guess.
New controllers are coming that are more like the DualSense controller, and it will not be here in 2021, which I thought was interesting the way they worded it. They said it will not be arriving in 2021. Does that mean 2022? Does that mean later than that? Who knows?
Everything I read when I did do my deep dive was at least 2022, probably later.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. I'm sure COVID didn't help, but
Yeah.
don't look for it in the next, I don't know, 9 months at least.
Yep. Bucket.
But last big piece of news.
Hopefully
I know,
it's about
Dr.
Anthem.
Scientist. You always do this. I'm about to dump it. BioWare has decided that to trash Anthem version 2.0.
Oh.
Everyone remembers that it didn't go great, and then they decided to take a step back and say, we're going to completely redo it. We're going to bring it back in Anthem 2.0. Well, BioWare has decided to give up on that and abandon the game. So,
I feel like this is a lot harder than I thought.
I also saw that they completely axed all the internet capable functions of Dragon Age 4.
oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, first 3 Dragon Ages were just single player games, and then they were going to require Dragon Age 4 to have online stuff, and they just
go the route of Fallout.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Dragon Age 4 is the next one that
Yes.
isn't out yet. Yeah, that's right. I did read something like that where this convinced their parent. Aren't they owned by EA, I think?
I think so.
Yeah, so it convinced EA to let them do Dragon Age just single player offline, just like the other Dragon Age games.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't learn from Dead Space 3. So
I think Anthem is the one that did it because, it was such a huge seller.
do you imagine how much money that must have cost to make? and to completely just shit everywhere.
Well, some people bought it, right? I'm sure there's a couple fans out there.
It's like waking up with a log in your bed.
So I'm told.
I wouldn't know what that's like. No, for sure. But that does it for video game news / stuff. How about we get into it? How about we talk about the game we actually came here to talk about? How's that sound?
Can't wait.
You're such an asshole.
Because we have a gem. Because today we are talking about the 2003 Red Scare propaganda video game, Freedom Fighters.
Yay.
I don't even want to acknowledge it with a yay.
It was released October 1st, 2003 for GameCube, PC, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. Developed by IO Interactive and published by EA. It is a third-person shooter action-adventure game written by Morton Iverson.
Oh, Morton Iverson.
I just learned that the GameCube and the PlayStation 2 were alive simultaneously.
Yeah, I remember specifically having them both plugged into my TV.
That's amazing to me.
Why?
I don't know. I thought the GameCube was a lot older.
It had CDs.
CDs, nothing.
CDs, nothing.
Okay, so this week I picked it, so I guess I'll just go ahead and get right to it.
Oh, please do.
This game, probably one of the best games of 2003 or since.
Most likely.
It's basically an alternate reality game. So I didn't watch the video before I picked this game. I just read that it was about an alternate reality where instead of America dropping the nuke on Japan to finish World War II, the Soviets dropped the nuke on Berlin to finish World War II. So the Soviets got it first.
Fair
So
enough.
this is like a what if situation. And basically the Soviets in this timeline, in this alternate reality, are just invading other countries, taking them over. And the two Stone brothers, Chris and Tony,
Hey.
plumbers.
What?
Yeah, Chris Tony. Huh?
Chris Stone and Tony Stone.
Yeah.
Just two New York City plumbers, blue collar guys, trying to
They should have just
Make
named them
their-
Mario and Luigi.
make their nut in the world. It had to be a reference to Mario and Luigi, right? Because it's not like their jobs matter for the rest of this.
I like how he's wearing a hat that isn't exactly the New York Yankees hat.
Oh, that's right.
Well, it's a
That's
different
pretty
alternate reality, New York Yankees.
So they're like the Upper Queens Yankees.
Yeah, there you go.
So basically, they're just driving to this plumbing job. They're talking about how the Soviets are invading South America and that there's this, like, I guess, small fringe unit, the Warning Against the Reds movement, which I assumed at this moment was kind of mostly like college campuses and like those far left demonocrats.
It seems dumb to name your organization that and have its anagram be war.
That's
That was
a good
the whole
one.
point, though, I think.
Foreshadowing. Maybe this game's a little bit deeper than you think, Dr. Scientist.
Yeah, don't judge it yet.
It's not. It's not. At all. But so the Tony, I believe, dismissed it as conspiracy crap, which I did just write in my notes. They're very well informed for plumbers.
I was thinking that too.
Wow, really? You guys you gotta-
Open your mind to what a plumber can be, bro.
Yeah, man. Classist.
Right? Yeah. I'm the asshole. So they get called to this job of Isabella, who is like the leader of the underground.
Isabella Angelina.
She's part of the Warning Against the Reds? Maybe?
Yeah, she's like the media figurehead of it kind of thing. She's the one taking all the heat. But they get to her place. They're like, where is she? What's going on? And all of a sudden, the Soviets bust in.
I like how they're plumbers and they just kind of walk into an apartment when nobody's there.
Well, they knocked and then the door was open, I think.
I just love the moment where they start questioning Tony and talking to him because Chris gave him the slip. He's hiding in the hallway.
He was fucking sneaky.
But they're like, you must be your boyfriend. You're coming with us. He's like, I'm a plumber. I have no idea who this person is.
Yeah, they're very well-informed Soviets, tell you what. How did they not see any of them while driving there? Like, this is the first place they hit? Oh, okay.
Yeah, That's a great question. Or it must have been some kind of like strategic kidnapping campaign while the invasion's happening, because
Maybe they were waiting there for somebody to show up at the apartment.
maybe because they hit the street and like, shit's going down.
Yeah. It was just very bad timing on their part, I guess.
Just not very good situational awareness.
Maybe.
No.
I could see them just unpacking their van and it's just
Yeah.
people getting shot behind them.
Oh, New York, right? Yeah. God bless it.
What kind of accent was that?
God bless it. I have no idea.
Like
what
an
that
old
was.
prospector?
It's alternate reality New York.
Imagine a guy who grew up in Brooklyn, then moved to Tennessee when he was 50. That's the accent that came together. Now he's 70.
Oh, I can see it now.
And then he went prospecting for gold in San Francisco in the 1800s.
That's a good accent. I do like doing that. But Chris runs into another prominent character we're going to go over a lot, Mr. Jones, and they escape into the sewer.
Is that the one he beats up the Soviet guy? And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
They have them like lined up at the.
I didn't know they named any of these characters besides the main one.
It's the one that the Counting Crow song was about.
Oh.
Oh, that Mr. Jones. And me. Is it Chris singing it?
There we go. Shit is deep.
I thought for a second, who's the lead singer of the Counting Crows?
Oh, man.
I'm gonna say Chris something.
That's what I thought it was, but I might be getting mixed up with Chris Cornell.
Man, hold on. We'll look it
Well,
up.
now we have to look it up.
Yeah, we
because of
can't.
the
We're not going to
crevice
crevice it.
Adam Duritz.
Yeah,
yeah.
Might as well be a Chris. Same name.
Christopher Adam Duritz. But then we get to probably the only mechanic in this game that I actually thought was intriguing, which is the Russian news broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you out there who don't know what we're talking about, there is a lot of interjections by what is essentially a Russian propaganda news network.
Yeah, between each mission.
Yeah, like between each mission, they're there to give you information about what's going on. And I thought it was very neat because they were talking. It's called SAFN. I forget what that stands for.
Soviet Armed Forces Network.
There you go. But they explain first how they're not invading. The Russians aren't invading. They're saying how America has gotten completely out of control, and the Russians are there to restore law and order.
Yeah, I almost bought it.
Yeah, exactly.
It also seems like they're saying a lot of things that they wouldn't say on a propaganda radio station.
Yeah, true.
Like the Soviet Liberation Army is what they're calling it, and they're trying to welcome New York to a better future.
I believe them.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that we don't have anything similar to this happening in America right now.
No, we're definitely not corrupt.
Nope.
Well, now that Donald Trump is president again.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
thank you. Isn't it crazy, that ceremony where he got elected and put back in the office on March 4th?
I couldn't believe it.
And JFK Jr. was there to swear him in.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't think it was possible. You know?
Hey, never doubt QAnon, dude.
You're right. Never doubt him. That was exactly a week ago today that happened, guys.
Man, America has become great again.
Chris then goes into the store with Mr. Jones. They meet up, and he just becomes a member of the resistance. That's it now. Chris went from, I don't know, maybe this is a cool thing, to, yep, I'm on board.
Yeah, I love how they raft through the sewers. And
Yeah.
they get to like this place that's been built and ready for them.
And yeah, just underneath New York City.
They'll never find us here, making all this fucking racket down here.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about the fact that why is there an entire resistance army that exists and is functioning before the Soviets ever even invade?
Well, if it's anything like Doom preppers and shit, I'm sure somebody
Oh, this whole game is a malicious masturbatory fantasy.
pretty much.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Their first mission, Chris just goes to blow up a gas station, and then second mission, I mean, I'm blowing through these things because they're pretty much
No,
the
you pretty
same.
much described everything that happens during that mission.
Yeah, my only notes are blow up gas station
There's a lot of missions that are go blow this up or go rescue these people, and that's pretty much it.
and raise a flag.
Yeah.
And raise the flag at the end. That's like the ending of the mission.
That's
is
how you
raising
know
the
you
flag.
control where you are.
It's like Mario 1.
That's a pretty good point. I didn't even make that connection. Good job, Chump Slap. But after that, you infiltrate the police station, and the whole point of that was to rescue Isabella because she had been held there.
Mm-hmm.
And this kind of like starts the legend of Chris as a hero of the resistance.
Yep, this is where it becomes one-man army-ish.
Yeah, very, very one-man army, which is weird because I couldn't believe how one-man army-ish it was when it appeared through the game that in every mission you can just recruit people to come with you and fight with you.
Yeah, the more you
Like
charisma
I think
got
up to like
Yeah.
like you could get up to like 4 or 5 people to just be like, I'm with you. All right, let's go. And they say whatever generic bullshit comes their head. But anyway, there's another news bumper, more propaganda, more Law and Order stuff because everything's out of control. And then back in the sewer with Isabella, and then we also meet a new character. I believe this is the first time we meet him, Phil, who is the extremely annoying guy.
His friend with him to the end?
Is that who it is?
I don't know. I don't remember who Phil was.
Phil's just the guy that shits on every plan immediately.
Does he have an American flag on his coat or something?
Yes, that guy. He's kind of a dick.
I couldn't find his name. I found everybody else's because their names popped up with the subtitles.
Yeah, this game did a horrible job. If you didn't have subtitles on, I think they only ever said like Chris's name.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Isabella on the radio in the very beginning or something like that, and that was it. And Jones, maybe. But they did a bad job explaining who the characters were. Anyway, so you get back in the sewer with Isabella, Phil, Chris, and they believe the next mission they should do is to take out a Soviet command post. Tony, I completely forgot to say they rescued Tony here.
Tony who?
His brother.
Did they rescue him?
Yeah.
Yeah, they rescued him at a Soviet compound, which was the next place they took over.
Was it the post office one?
Yeah, the post office or a hotel.
Yeah,
One of those two.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah, either way, they're back in the sewer, and Tony says, hey, I gotta get out of New York. I'm gonna do some recruiting. I'm gonna get more people on our side. And everyone's like, yeah, sure. So they destroy a bridge, take over another compound.
Yeah, was this happening in other states? Don't they say something about Montana was nuked?
Why the fuck would they nuke Montana?
I don't know.
They know something we don't about what America has there, guys.
No, it's probably more militias, so they're just
Yeah, they're like,
look how great we are. Yeah.
There was a moment here with more news where the bottom ticker said there was quote-unquote rioting taking place in Atlanta, Louisiana, and Chicago.
What do they have in common, right?
Yeah, it wasn't a takeover of the city. They were rioters that they have to restore order.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why they call it.
It wasn't
riots.
protesting. It was rioting.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Were they looting?
Probably.
So, General, this is where we get our first real taste. He's been in the game before, yelling on the television, but this is where we actually meet General Tartan. Tartarin?
Sounds like a Star Wars villain.
It really does.
Yeah.
But he's on TV spouting all kinds of shit, saying how these freedom fighters are making lives worse for the citizens. You know, propaganda bullshit.
Well, they're causing such a ruckus.
Yeah. The Soviets are just, they're just in the country.
Would you say they're bringing the ruckus?
They are something to fuck with.
So back in the sewer, Phil, Isabella, and they talk briefly about Mr. Jones and the advice Mr. Jones gave them that they should protect their neck. That part didn't happen, but they did mention how Mr. Jones seemed to be pretty goddamn well informed. He was giving them a lot of information, and this is where Phil said he must have worked on Wall Street or something. He's a smart guy. That's where the smartest people in New York work.
Yeah,
Wall Street.
obviously. That's where he learned all about this shit.
And either way, Chris and Bro Company go and liberate a bunch of prisoners and destroy a Russian command center.
Is this where you see Isabella just barking out orders? It's like
Yeah.
she doesn't do shit, and she's just like, you do this, you do this.
That's what leaders do.
She got rescued, and then now she's pointing at maps and telling people to go do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then the news sequence, and I'm not going to run in and go over every single news sequence, but this is an important one because we see that Tony got captured.
Yeah.
But this one is so dumb.
This is pretty dumb.
This
Yeah.
one he talks?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because they have nicknamed Chris, the Soviets, the Freedom Phantom.
Whoa.
And he starts reading what is a prepared statement, like the clearly, obviously, someone under duress.
Mm-hmm.
That they were reading and talking about how, they treat me so well and we all need to stop and blah, blah. And at the end, he's like, it was all lies, keep fighting. And then they pull him away.
Because they would do this live.
You hear him yelling and shit, and then he just stops. Like, they punch him and he stops. It was fucking awesome.
And then it cuts away. Also, I've been saying his name wrong the entire time. It's Troy, not Tony.
It doesn't matter.
It does not. I have it in my notes. Autocorrect did it both ways. So Troy and Chris, sorry for all you freedom fighters heads out there. There's probably 5s of you.
Somebody's got to like it.
No.
But then anyway, they go back into the sewer, and Jones tells Chris that Troy was killed by General Tartarin.
Yep.
Tartarin?
He was executed.
Tatarin? There it is.
Does not matter.
He was executed by Tatarin, and he believes that the next move, the only thing we can... This is Bags, Phil, who believes that the only next move they can really do is assassinate
General Tartarin.
the general.
Yeah, obviously. I mean,
Yeah, they hatch a great plan to do it.
And then Mr. Jones has all these details. He's like, he was assassinated on Governor's Island. I think the last thing he said was, Viva la Mexico.
Yeah.
And he goes into fucking deep details here. And I'm like, how does he get all this information?
How does he?
Strange, right?
It's a little much.
I really thought that like the last final boss fight would be the general, and no, in this mission you just stealth your way in and shoot him in the face from far away,
Yeah.
like a hero.
Snipe him. Boom.
And this is where we have the big reveal. You go into the sewer and you find out that Jones is a traitor, and not only is he a traitor, he is super Russian.
He's a general.
I like how you know he's bad is he finally breaks out his Russian accent.
And the hat, the fucking Russian
Yeah.
trapper hat or whatever they wear.
He just turns it around. He's like, oh my God. I never noticed.
It's like Clark Kent becoming Superman.
Yeah.
You didn't even notice because I had a Yankee logo on the other side. Oh, God, this game's bad. So, in my notes here, I don't know what happened, but Isabella was taken, I think, here, or captured.
Well, the whole base was gone.
Yeah, they like Jones attacked or whatever.
Chris had to fight his way out, and this is where he runs into the kid.
Oh, fucking best character.
The computer hacker?
Yeah.
Yeah, the kid.
Is that
They
his
do
name?
mention
Just the
his-
kid?
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
God.
he has a whole name.
But no, that's
But I
all it showed
really-
when he was talking. Just called him the kid.
The wiki gave him a name. It doesn't matter. You're right. We should just... It does not matter. So, they basically get to, I don't know, base number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And this appears to be, I guess, like a derelict or old train station. I can't really say for sure. But basically, it's just Chris, it's Phil / Bags. They call him both. We'll call him Bags. That's what I have in my notes. And they're saying how the kid's like, we need to go and take down the high school. And everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, it's an elite Soviet training facility, and that's where all the prisoners are. We need some fucking numbers if we're going to do anything, because everyone's captured right now.
Wow, how does the kid have so much information?
That's a great
He's a
question.
hacker.
Yeah, he's good with computers, so he knows everything.
Okay.
He must have hacked, I think, 6 to 12 Gibsons in this game.
At least.
Mark that bingo button down.
Yeah,
Yep.
shit.
Hack the Gibson.
So we see a funeral ceremony for the general on Governor's Island. And then, of all people, Jones talks to the audience. He says, long live the Soviet government of the United States. So he just used this opportunity to just go ahead and take control when the general got assassinated.
That's why he was in hiding. He was just waiting for that moment.
Perfect opportunity.
Because he had to know about the assassination, right? Because he was still in the undercover at that point.
I mean, he was undercover and he knew they were doing it. Like, so I guess we assume he let it happen so he
Yeah.
could then take control. And he could basically like keep his hands clean. It's like, it was those dirty rebels. Weren't you undercover with them? How did you not know any of this? I don't know everything, guys.
Oh, God,
Not a superhero.
I'm not a god.
Just a super Russian. So that's going to be a fun hashtag. Anyway, so they get to the high school. They liberate all these people. They got the numbers. And then the next step is to take over the news network.
Mm-hmm.
So they do that. They get in there. They get more Americans. The idea is to stop the propaganda, make their own videos, get more Americans. And Chris basically makes a reverse propaganda video about the America dream, rah-rah bullshit.
It's a very hopeful message. And where'd that whole crowd come from?
That's a great question. They just like appeared,
Yeah.
and he addressed them like the fucking Pope.
Yeah.
Like he walked out of the chamber and saw all these people
Very strange. Very.
after taking the news station. Anyway, after this hot new vid drops, They head back to the train station, and they're like, more people are joining, and it's like, all right, it's time to take over here. The next step is to take out Fort J, which is what they called it, Fort J-A-Y, Fort J.
Is that the one on Governor's Island?
Yep.
The last mission?
Yep, that sure was. You said that trying to lead me into it. I get it, but I didn't have it in my notes, so I'm just gonna say yes. Oh, that is right, because for some reason they're trying to get to Governor's Island, and there are these huge ice sheets, which I don't think that fucking happens in New York.
No,
Maybe like right along the coast, but certainly not.
I think the Soviets brought him with them.
You think?
Yeah,
Just to make it more homey, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. Make it more like Siberia, right?
Yep.
I'm thinking the people who made the game didn't know what nuclear winter actually was.
So they just thought it was real winter?
Yeah, just colder.
Nukes go off, and then we go into another ice age. It's wild.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
We can fix global warming pretty quickly. We just gotta blow off nukes everywhere.
Global Mormon. Ugh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is the end of the game. You get into Fort J. You liberate Isabella. Chris, then I get this is it. This is the end of the game. That was it. There's a big wet fart at the end of this game, and then you raise the
Did you
flag
say
on Fort
wet
J.
fart?
Yeah, he did.
Big wet fart. Big wet fart of an ending.
There's a helicopter crash.
Cool.
That's another bingo button.
Yeah.
That sure is. But then you have this extremely stupid ending scene where Chris and Isabella, who I think have known each other for like 3 days by now, and barely because she's been kidnapped half the time, or I guess a prisoner of war.
Yeah. He's just
But they're about to like make out, get along like, hey.
he's dealing with grief. His brother just died.
Which I thought was interesting because Jones came in and said, hey, it was just Jones, right? He just walked in and said, hey, your brother's dead. General killed him.
Yeah.
I assumed he'd come back at the end or be in like a cell somewhere,
He'll be in the sequel.
but he never came back. He was just dead, I guess.
Yeah, that was it.
But anyway, you get interrupted by Bags, who ruins the moment when you're about to make out with Isabella, and Chris just knows the Soviets won't give up this easily, and he resolves himself that he will fight as long as necessary.
They took my family, and I will fight for.
They will never take my freedom.
I think he says that. Exact
Yeah, I think he does
words.
too, actually.
Yeah, I think he does in the propaganda video he
Yeah.
made. Man, this game's not great. Fun fact, it was re-released digitally on Steam on September 21st, 2020.
Hope you got it.
Ooh, I might have to look into it.
Well, I don't know why.
Maybe they remade it, like made it look good.
No.
Maybe the missions are fun.
I hope so.
Maybe
Probably not.
Maybe there's more of the kid dialogue.
Maybe.
I can believe that.
That's it. That's the game. We got through it. We did it.
Yeah, there it is. That sure is a game.
I don't know if I'd call it that.
Apparently, it was.
Oh God! All right. Before we even start, let's go. Let's get this over with. We'll start with you, Dr. Scientist, because you're clearly the biggest fan of this game. And I don't know. What do we have any other ways to ask him the questions?
I can't. I didn't think of that.
Okay. Let's try. Do you want to play it here? Did the story bend your ear? What score you think you're near?
Saved it.
I'm fucking great.
Don't want to play it? No. The story was utter trash. It's like some alt-right militia man made a game and tried to sell it to everybody.
Oh, we should do that now.
Sweet. Good thinking.
But that'd be the opposite.
QAnon something.
QAnon soldiers.
Because no one in their right minds thinks that some kind of freedom force can topple a well-trained army. I don't know why they ever always think that.
Have you seen these movies and stuff?
Someone didn't watch Red Dawn, I guess.
That's the movie I was trying to think of.
Perfect. It's the same concept as this.
But it's so dumb. All of it. The entire game. It was a waste of everybody's time for listening to it.
Jeez.
Everybody's
Tell us what you
dying.
really think.
Is it better than The Quiet Man?
Come on, man. That's the
That was a close one.
Quiet Man was at least believable.
I don't know what I rated The Quiet Man. Shit.
But it's not as dumb as The Quiet Man. I'll give it that. I'll give it 1 star. 1 grudging star.
Wow.
And that's only because we did The Quiet Man before this game.
Yes.
Okay.
Thought I gave it a bad score. I gave it 2
So,
Quiet Man.
Chump Slap.
Yeah, bring it.
How does this stupid shit go? Do you want to play it now?
Do you want to play it? Is the story?
I'm trying to think of one we didn't do already. Fuck it. Play it. Story work. Score.
None of that rhymes.
No.
Can't answer stuff unless it rhymes. Sorry.
Do I want to play it? No. It looked horrible. Even the play looked horrible. It was over the shoulder. Shoot 'em up.
It was third person.
Yeah, not my bag, baby. Story work for me? What story? You know what I mean?
Oh, good one.
It didn't make any sense.
Nailed it.
2 maintenance men. One of them's apparently super soldier in disguise. And the other's
Heroes come from all walk of life, Chumps.
the other's a fat dude who gets caught and killed.
Yeah, but in real life, heroes don't exist.
Whoa.
Oh, hot
Take
take.
that back, man. What about Derek Jeter?
Yeah. Cheetah!
But no, the story didn't work for me. I don't want to play it. Story didn't work. Would I score it? I gave it 2 stars.
That's about too many.
1 star because the story did have a beginning and an end.
I'm not sure it ended.
It ended enough.
Oh, okay.
And 2 because the kid. It's the only reason it got a 2nd star.
Just that character in general?
The only character with any kind of personality. I don't know. Nobody
That's a
fucking.
good point.
You know nothing about any of these people. They speak like assholes, and I don't know.
I didn't want to say it, but I was thinking of Idiocracy when he talks like
He talk like an F, and your shit's all fucked up. It's just really bad. So there it is. 2 stars for me. I hope that's equal or close to what I gave that other game. Quiet Man.
the game that shall not be mentioned.
You actually gave Quiet Man a higher score. You gave the Quiet Man a 3.
That sounds about right. Good. That's perfect. I'm always right with my scores.
Dr. Syintist gave it a 0. Quiet Man. So he does barely rank this above the Quiet Man.
No, I think this one was slightly worse.
I mean, if we gave quarter stars,
Quiet Man at least looked decent. You know, maybe it's just a matter of the time it was released, but who cares? So there it is. That's my final thoughts. I'm done with this shit. Thank Christ. Let's
Attaboy.
pass it along to the Scotchy and ask
that's
him.
me. What are you gonna ask me?
well, it's just you know the questions.
Oh.
Would you play it in the future? Oof.
Oh yeah,
no,
keep
hold
going. Yeah. Did the story work for your sutures? What score did you?
Did the story mend like a suture? What score
Did you roocher?
did you root for?
Guys, one word. Brilliant. Christ. Okay. Do I want to play it now? No. And I am a fan of those type of movies and video games and films where they have an alternate reality and America's being invaded.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Fallout.
the Homefront was neat. I wish there were
Man in the
better
High
ones.
Tower.
Resistance, that series, even though it's aliens instead of Russians. But this was not great. I don't want to play this now because it looks dated as fuck, and it really didn't help that the story is supposed to be super serious, and it looked way too cartoony.
It was supposed to be serious?
I think so, right?
I guess. I mean, as serious as killing your brother and saving America.
But yeah, so did the story work for me? No, it wasn't good. It was very obvious that somebody was feeding them information, and they alluded to it themselves several times.
Yeah, exactly. What a twist.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, and the idea that America would just fold that quickly without a big, huge fight or throwing nukes on itself was kind of silly. But it was dumb. Like, it was the one-man army thing, like you said. It was just too few people doing too many things that completely defeated an entire invading army.
I don't even know how they got here. Like, our fucking Coast Guard wouldn't stop them. You know what I mean?
Or there wouldn't be any. There'd be flags somewhere.
Yeah.
And plus, they even mentioned in the world of the game that they're like taking over South America.
Yeah. It doesn't.
And for some reason, that's like a rumor. Like, that's not verifiable. Like, America doesn't have satellites.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's
So it was
alternate
pretty dumb.
reality, man.
The story didn't work. It did not work for me. So, what would I score it? I'm going to be a little bit more generous than you guys, just because the story had a structure to it that was overdone and boring and dumb, but it did have a structure.
It was a story. Yeah, I'll give it that.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a 4.
Ugh.
Holy jeez. I didn't think you'd double the score and then some.
Well, I mean, I was thinking about it, and it is at least as good as Call of Duty Ghosts, which I
Get
also
the
gave.
fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
That's what a terrible analysis by Poppascotch. Can
I
we
hear-
override his vote? Can we
I think
veto
we
it?
should. We should at least make it a 3, right?
No, 4. I'm sticking to it. That gives us an overall of a 7.
That makes me feel like
No,
he's
it gives
got
us an overall of an 8.
No, a 2-1.
I thought you gave it 3.
4, 2, 1.
Oh, no, you gave Quiet Man 3.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, so that gives us a 7. The only game in recent memory that was lower than that is The Quiet Man with a 4.
Wow. You giving it a 4 makes me feel like you got a fucking another stinker in your pocket.
Yeah.
I got nothing but stinkers. Butt stinkers.
Butt
Anyway.
stinkers.
Hashtag.
Hi-oh! Hashtag butt stinkers. But anyway, that's it. We're done. We're done talking about. We've given this game more attention than it deserves.
Yeah. Too much.
Like, way too much. So anyway, that's going to take us into our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Classic Wrestling Finisher Lock of the Week.
Ding, ding, ding. Hey, ref. I choked so hard.
I wish you could have seen your face.
I was looking at it.
Fantastic lead-in. It's sure Chump Slap. Every week, we ask Dr. Syintist.
Ref.
Right. 100% guaranteed amazing wrestling finishing move from the days of the past, and he has not disappointed us at all. So this week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got?
We got a tag team move. Probably the coolest tag team finisher of all time. One of my favorites.
I hope I know what it is.
What's your guess?
Frankensteiner.
Nope.
Oh,
That's a one-person move.
you're right.
It's the 3D, the Dudley Death Drop.
Oh!
Famous finishing move from the Dudley Boys.
All right.
Is this another one you're going to murder someone in a street fight
Oh,
with?
yeah.
Oh,
probably
yeah.
really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
not good.
They do it through tables a lot in the wrestling thing. Go watch videos of it. It's pretty awesome.
Or link to go to YouTube. We got a link to it right there. You can check it out.
Yeah,
okay.
shit. The triple D.
The 3D.
But what is it? Can you explain it to us?
Pro Wrestling Wiki describes it as the attacking wrestler lifts an opponent up in the air with a flapjack, which is just, you lift them up and you kind of like fall back and drop them on their face.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like you pick them up, like their belly's in your face.
Yeah,
and
and you fall back.
Oh, and you fall backward. Gotcha. Okay.
Well, the other attacking wrestler hooks the opponent in a cutter, which is
Oh my God.
it's described as an inverted neck breaker. The attacking wrestler first applies to but he just basically grabbed them around the neck and like drop them down on their
Oh, like you're holding them up, their belly in your face, and the other guy grabs head. All right.
and you fall back. And they do it through tables. It's awesome. It's one of the coolest looking moves they had.
It is pretty neat. Now that I can picture it.
But yeah, the Dudley Death Drop.
Is it called the 3D for short?
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. Dudley Death Drop, 3D for short. Don't try this at home. It's a lot of
Unless you have a table, because through a table's all right.
Unless you're a professional.
If you're a professional wrestler, I think you're safe. I think you can go for it and do it safely without murdering someone.
Yeah, there's still that possibility, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, that's it. 3D, Deadly Death Drop. But let's go ahead and move into our other favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps. Would you rather?
Huh?
Would I?
Hey, ref.
Face didn't even look nearly as stupid as mine.
Every week we ask Chump Slap, would you rather question, and he has to explain which one he picks and why. This week, got another head scratcher for you, Mr. Chump Slap. Would you rather wear a tuxedo every single day or a bathing suit every single day?
Like, only?
Like, would you have a t-shirt on the bathing suit?
My fat ass? Yeah.
I'll say yeah. I'll say yes. You get the t-shirt, but you got to do the flip-flops, man.
Fucking bathing suit. That's not even a head scratcher. Like,
could you imagine making breakfast for people?
Do you see how how I dress all the time? It's fucking pajama pants and basketball shorts, dude.
But then every interaction you ever have with anybody, you're in a bathing suit.
That's fine.
What if you meet President Biden?
Is it like a fucking banana hammock or is it trunks?
I would think in this scenario you would wear what you'd normally wear as a bathing suit.
So full body.
Banana hammock.
So
banana
the
hammock,
longest
yes.
trunks I got in a fucking hoodie.
Wait a minute. He's wearing that right now.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
What do they call the Borat? What, the mankini?
Yeah. Oh God. If I had to wear that, then I'd take the tux. But
could you imagine going to work and standing in front of the fryer making in a tux?
no.
Yeah, man. It's only a matter of time before you drop some hot toast on your foot.
I wore a tux like once and I hated it. I couldn't wait.
Yeah, imagine if you had to just like run out grab like quick groceries. You'd have to put on the full tux. And,
Yeah. Is there a cummerbund? Come on, man.
yeah, really? Does he have to?
What is it,
cufflinks?
1980? It's a fucking wing collar, too. You can go to fucking cummerbund. No, there's not a cummerbund.
Yeah, I'd definitely take the bathing suit. No fucking question.
No cap?
No.
cap.
Oh, shit. I thought we'd make a whole fucking episode, you guys.
Never.
I should have never told you guys anything.
Yeah, it's fun. I looked up that term, and apparently it's been around since 2016, and we're acting like it's brand fucking new. That's how you know we're cool as fuck.
There's like a song about it and shit.
That came out in 2016.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Anyway, let's say someone wanted to dive deeper and really get in the nitty-gritty and the history of the phrase no cap in an email. Where would they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
You can send that to plottytime@gmail.com and I will read it because that's fucking interesting to me.
All right, great. And if they wanted to get to us faster on the socials with more swearing, where would they do that, Dr. Scientist?
At Plotty Time on Instagram and Twitter, and we accept naked pictures on Snapchat.
Sweet.
Ooh. Only if
Okay.
you're of age. You got to put that
I
in
feel
there.
like that's a can of worms we shouldn't be opening.
Yeah.
We don't have a Snapchat. Who are they going to send it to?
Somebody who's going to make a Snapchat just to get that.
Yeah, don't make a dummy account for Plotty Time on Snapchat and to get them news. That's wrong. But if you want to listen to the podcast and watch a neat little waterfall with our logo, head on over to YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. That does it for us. So play some video games, learn some cool kid slang, and don't trust Dr. Scientist. We'll talk to you next time.
Peace be with you.